Morning friends, today we are going to solve the R.D. Sharma book of class 8. It's a maths book. Okay, it's a very good book for class 10th. If you'll make this book for once, then for class 10th, for the board examination, you won't have much problem. In this book was the first chapter, that the rational number. We are going to solve that only. Okay, so in this chapter there are introduction and these all. So first we are going to understand these all, and the very main point today I am going to discuss with you all, that's how to read any sentence. Okay, then you are thinking that why I am going to make you understand about the English concept. Because I am teaching maths, but to read the maths you should need to understand how to read the sentence, because if you read nicely then you will not have any problem in solving the word problem questions. Okay, so we are starting from the first. Here it has been told that in class 4 we began our studies of numbers with counting numbers and natural numbers. Okay, that is 1 2 3 4 etc etc. By including 0 to natural numbers, we got whole number, that is 0 1 2 3 4 and etc. The negative natural numbers were put together with whole numbers to get integers. Okay, that is -3, -4, -2, -1, 0 1 2 3 4 and so on. Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division operation were defined on integers. Okay, on various properties, that's called closure property, then communicative property, okay, associative, and there so on. These are the properties, okay, of the operation were discussed. In class 7 the concept of rational number was introduced, and addition, subtraction, multiplication and division operation on rational numbers were defined. In this chapter we'll learn about various properties of this operation on rational number. Let us first recall in brief what we have learned about the rational number in class 4. So by reading these paragraphs, you might have understood that what it's telling. So it's telling about what we have read in class 4, then what we have read in class 7, and about addition, subtraction, so that you all know. Now in the second part, here we'll learn about the rational number. Okay, so here is defined about the rational number: a number of the form p by q, or a number which can be expressed in the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0, is called a rational number. So in this line I'll go to tell about how to read a sentence. Okay, so first here it has been told that a number of the form p by q. Okay, so first we'll read, understand, and then we'll read about what this sentence is telling. So in this sentence it is telling that a number of the form p by q means that any number that is in the form p by q, means any fractional number. Okay, or a number, it means that, or any other number which can be expressed, means that any other number which can be expressed, means it may be c by b or any other number. Okay, means I am telling you in the numerical form. Sorry, I am not telling you in a numerical form, I am telling you in the of a by b, b by c, like this, the alphabet, the letter I am telling you. Okay, so see here what's told, that a number which can be expressed, means any other number which can be expressed in the form p by q, means this is like, make that p by q is the value of p by q is 3 by 4. But think that any other number, means if you multiply 3 by 2 or 3 by 4, any number you say, I am telling you here 3 by 2. If we multiply it by both the sides 2, then we get 6 by 4. Okay, so if it's a number 6 by 4 and 3 by 2 are any, both are different number. Okay, but if we'll express, because here 6 by 4, when you cut it, then we'll get it the smallest form. Okay, that's the simplest form. So when we'll cut that number and make it in the simplest form, we'll get 3 by 2, and 3 by 2 is equals to p by q. So your number is something else, but it is expressed in the form of p by q. Okay, this comma, till this comma the whole sentence means start. Now afterward it's telling that where p and q are integers, means here p and q both must be integers. Okay, and q is not equal to 0, and it is necessary Here p by q. So here p is numerator and q is denominator. So q must not be equal to 0. Okay. Any number 2, 3, 4, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, but not 0. Okay. P can be 0, but q can't be. And if any number has these all properties, then it is known as a rational number. Okay. And now we must have understood that how we are reading a sentence. We have make it divided this whole sentence into certain parts, like a number of the form p by q, or a number which can be expressed in the form p by q. Like this, we have divided into some small parts. Okay, like this, what happened? We are able to read. We are able to understand some concept about it nicely. Okay. Now here in other words, okay, now again it's telling you it's a nice defined definition. Okay, it's nicely, if in time you are asked to tell about in the examination, then you will write this one, but to make you understand more nicely, in the other words it has been 10. Okay, now what is has been told, a rational number is any number, means a rational number is any number. There's a rational number. Okay, and the rational number is any type of number that can be expressed as a quotient or two integers with the condition that a divisor is non-zero. Now here it has told you about, so now if we'll make without a copy, if we'll think about, then we may have some what I should say that you have some confusion that where the question, where the remainder, where is the divisor. So to make you understand nicely, I am going to solve you in the copy. Okay, to make it in the copy, first you should take a copy and a pen. So in this copy, I am making to you to solve this equation, and you're getting very nice to make it. Okay. So how we have told, it has been told in other words. So it's telling about the other words, and after that what? A rational number is any number. Say a by b. A rational number is any other number. Say that a by b. After that, what is has been told? It has been told that that can be expressed as a quotient. So how? What's the quotient? Say the number is 2, 10. Okay, so what will the quotient? So we'll divide it first. Here we'll write 10, but 2 5 is the 10. Okay, so this is the quotient. 5 is the quotient because we get the answer 5. Okay, then what's the remainder? The remainder is 0 because not will minus 10 from 10, then we get the 0. So 0 is the quotient. 2 is the divisor and 10 is the dividend. Okay, so first these all concepts should be clear nicely. After that, what is has been told that which can be expressed as a quotient of two integers. Say that there are two integers, like 2 is the integer and minus 2 is the integer. These two are integers. So this quotient can be expressed as a integer, okay, of two integer, not one, two integer. The condition that, and there should be a condition that the divisor, this divisor should not be 0. Okay, it should be more than 0 or less than 0. Okay, either plus 0 plus means more than 0, 0 minus means less than 0. Okay, so now nicely I am going to tell you about it. Since the number is 5 by 1, okay, or 5 by minus 1. Okay, so here it is a rational number. How should we know about this? So it is a number, okay, and here this divisor, a divisor or a denominator, whatever you should say, both are same. Okay, because if it's in the fraction form, you will say it about and it is a denominator, or if you write here like this, minus 5 divided by 1, then it will be known as divisor. Okay, so this divisor or denominator should not be 0. It should be more than 0, that is 1, 2 and more than that, or minus 1, minus 2 or more than that. Okay, like this it should be. Okay, so I am sure that you have the concept clear about what is a rational number. So after this we are going to read more about it and what it has been told. So see, after that what it has been told, that each of the number, means these all of the numbers, is a rational number. Means I have told that if it in the negative form or the positive form, however, the rational number are every number, but it should be in the fractional form and one more thing is that its denominator should not be 0. Okay, so in this all the numbers are in the fractional form as well as the denominators are not 0. So these all are the rational number, and there are many numbers. These are some examples. Okay, now what it has been told later that it should not it should be noted that every integer is a rational number. Okay, so now in integer 0 is not included. Okay, so if 0 is not included in a rational number, then it's necessary that every rational number is a integer, or every integer is a rational number. Now what it has been told later that in the rational number p by q, integer p is known as a numerator and a non-zero integer q is called a denominator. Then here it has been told that the rational number p by q means here we have told that the number we have taken p by q. So here it has been given p by q. Okay, so it is a rational number, and here the p, what is p? Then p is known as a numerator, and a non-zero integer q means what we have told before that q should not be 0. Okay, so we can also say here the integer q or the non-zero integer q, because if we told here non-zero integer, then it means that this q is the denominator only and it should be not a 0, more than 0 or less than 0. So if that non-zero integer q is called as a denominator, means q is a numerator and q is a denominator. Okay, then after that it has been told that if the numerator and denominator of a rational number are same sign, okay, means like that I should explain you like this. Since the numerator is -5 when the denominator is -3, but here it's still that only no. And if the denominator and numerator are of same sign, means here what it's the sign is -5 and -3, then both the signs are minus, then they are same. Then what happens? Then it is said to be positive. Otherwise, it is a negative. Okay. So see, otherwise it's a negative means it have the same minus and minus are same. So it will be cut. Okay. Or not, like if you not understand like this, then there's one more process like -5 by -3. So to will multiply -1 by -1. Okay. From the this negative, if the denominator is negative, then we'll multiply it by -1. Okay, and this minus will be cancelled, then we have 3 and 3 ones are 3, and if this minus will be cancelled, then 5 ones are 5, then it will become positive. Okay, and now since if it be like this 5 by -3, only one number is negative, the other number is not positive. Okay, then make sure that your denominator should never be negative. Okay, and if it's negative, then we should follow this step only. Okay, and make sure that here you can multiply it by -1 also, or you can cut it also. Okay, now see here what happened. If it is minus, then we'll multiply it by -1 by -1. This minus was cancelled, and here it's plus, here it's minus, so it becomes -5 by 3. Okay, so if since you are making this chapter from a long period of time, if you're in 7, then you should do like this, right? Okay, you should follow this step. If you're in 8, 9 or becoming senior classes, then it's not necessary that you should make this process visible. If you'll make in a mind, because teachers knew that. Okay, so it's not always necessary to make this process. Okay, and now after that what has been told that otherwise it is negative, since here both the same, both the signs were same, so it is nice. Okay, means that it will be cut. Okay, or if both the positive only, since 5 by 3, then also it's positive, or -5 by -3, then also it's positive. But if one of the sign is negative, okay, means they are not same, one of the sign is different from another, then it will be negative. Okay, now what later it's told that rational number 7 by 11 and -25 by 9 are positive, whereas -11 by 7 and 4 by -15 are negative rational numbers. So right now what we have explained, I have explained to you all the same only. Here both are in the same sign, both are in the plus form only, and here both are in the same sign, that's in the minus sign. So they are positive. Here one of them is in the negative form, and one of here the denominator is in the positive form, and the numerator is in the negative form. Okay, and here the opposite, here the numerator is in the positive and denominator in the negative form. Okay, so one of the sign is different from another, so it's a negative rational number. Now see what happened here. If p by q is a rational number and m is a non-zero integer, then p by q is equals to p by q into both the sides multiplied by m. So how? So right now that time only we have explained you that since it's a number 3 by 2. So we'll multiply 2 here also and 2 here. And make sure that this 2 will be minus also, plus also, but 0 will not be included. Okay. So like this, that way I am told that m is a non-zero integer and both the side will multiply it by 0 only. Okay. Now later what it has been told that rational number p into m by q into m is a rational number equivalent to p by q, means this number, if we'll multiply it by 2, then what we'll get? 6 by 4. Okay, and this 6 by 4 is equals to 3 by 2. How? So we'll divide it by 2 and here by 3, means both the numbers are divided. Okay, by the and the common number is 2. So 2 3s are 6 and 2 2s are 4. So it's equals to 3 by 2. Now what later it has been told that same only. Okay, that it's equals to p by q, and before I have told you. So now see what it has been told. It has been told that if p by q is a rational number and m is a common divisor, then p by q, okay, so then what happens here? P by q is equals to p by q divided by m. Okay, it's common, m is common in both the sides. Okay, the same here what we'll do in the multiplication form, here we are doing it in the division form. The same, both are same, and make sure that p by q has a common divisor, then only it will be divided. If not, then how will it be divided? It will come in the point form. Okay, that is the decimal form. Now what's later it's telling that lowest form of a rational number, means the simplest form, what we'll tell in the simple words. Okay, a rational number p by q is said to be in the lowest form or the simplest form if p by q have no common factor other than 1. So if it's the simplest form, means p by q has no other divisor. Okay, means 3 by 2. 3 by 2 is not divided by any other number except the number itself and 1. Okay, so if they have only two divisors like the number itself and 1, then only it's called as a simplest form or in the lowest form. Okay, so this is only a lowest form of a rational number. Now what's later called that rational number 5 by 7 is in the lowest form, but 15 by 21 is not in the lowest form. In order to reduce the rational number p by q in the lowest form, we divide it the numerator p and denominator q by the SCF of p and q. So what it has been told that a rational number 5 by 7. So this number 5 and 7 is only divided by its own number and by 1. Okay, it is in the lowest form. Okay, but 15 by 21 is not in the lowest form, means the common divisor between them is 3. Okay, so if we'll divide it by 3, then we'll get 5 by 7. So it has a common divisor, so it is not in the lowest form. In order to reduce a rational number p by q in the lowest form. Okay, so here what it has been told that we reduce the rational number p by q in the lowest form, means what is p by q? Either 15 by 21 or 5 by 7. So let we understand that p by q is 15 by 21. Okay, so we should divide p by q, means 15 by 21. We should divide the numerator p and q by the SCF of p by q, means when we find it HCF, we'll get the answer 3. Okay, so we'll divide both of them by 3. Since it's a common number, small number, so we have divided it. But say this number 363 by 653. Okay, so this number is you can say that it's divisible by 3. Okay, but make sure that if there must be any common divisor. Okay, so how would you divide them? Okay, since that there are prime number, and if you are in the examination hall and you are getting late, so how should you divide that? So there is a common, very nice and easy formula to use that. So I am going to make you solve that for. To make that formula, first write the number here, that's 363, and here 6, 5, 3. Then what you should do? Divide it like this. How to find the SCF? So we'll find the SCF of both. See here we have found out the SCF. Okay, so what's the common in them? The common is the 3. So they all must be divided by 3. So to divide them, we should divide it by 3. And if since you are in the examination hall and there's a very large number and you're not finding which number should be divided by them, okay, then the common thing to do that is find out their SCF. Like this, if we'll do, then you'll not have any problem to find out how to divide them. Okay, so we divide it like this, divided by then 3, 1, 2, 1 and 3, 1, 5, 1, and this is a prime number. Okay, or if you find out this all are divided, then you can divide it more, but I don't think so that it's an more than a composite number. I think so it's a prime number only. So now go forward and know what's it's more telling in the book. So today I am only going to make you understand these, or on the next video I am going to make you understand about the examples, and then after that exercise. So here what's told, we understand that a rational number, that's p by q, it's said to be in the standard form if the denominator q is in the positive and the integer and the p and q have no common divisor other than 1. So if the rational number p by q, it's said to be in the standard form, means if this p by q is in the standard form only when its denominator q is positive. Okay, if this q is in positive form and the integer, okay, and p and q have no common divisor other than 1, means what is telling that? To make understand, I am going to solve in the copy. So see what it has been told, that it has been told that this may any number like this 12 by 15. So is this a standard number or not? How to find that? First make sure that this denominator, that's 15, okay, it is equals to p by q. Okay, the value of p by q is this only. Okay, now make sure that this 15, that's a denominator q, okay, is equals to 15, and this denominator is in the positive form or not. So it is in the positive form. Okay, it's not in the negative form. And the second thing is that are there any other common divisor other than 1? Yes, they have the common divisor 3, 3 4 the 3 5 the. Okay, so it is not in the standard form. Now this 4 and 5 right here. Now make what that it is equals to p by q. Now make sure that is this denominator equals to this q? Yes, and this 4 is equals to p. Q should be in the positive form. Is this 5 equals to a positive form? Because p is equals to 4 and q is equals to 5. Okay, now we have made sure that this 5 is in the positive form. Other thing is that have they any other common divisor other than 1? No, they won't have. They'll divide from 1, that's 4, that's 5. Okay, that's 4 into 1 4 and 5 into 1 5. Okay, so they won't have any other common divisor. So this 4 by 5 is in the positive form. Okay, means the denominator is in the positive form, and it is, I don't have any other common divisor, so it is in the standard form. Okay, now let's continue what's more here. Now our next topic is equality of rational number. So what is it here called that? Here it's called as the two rational number. Okay, these are the two rational number p by q and r by s are equal to, if it's a printing mistake, here will be I and f, not double f. If p into s is equals to q into r. So now what it has been told? It has been told that the number here it has been explaining about the equality of rational number. Okay, so what it has been told? It has been told that there are two rational number, that's q by p by q and r by s. Okay, so if they are equal, okay, they are equal if the numerator of this number, since this is a numerator in p by q, what's the numerator? P is the numerator, and in R by S, what's the denominator? The denominator is S. So if we'll multiply P into S, and the remaining is Q, R and Q. So if we'll multiply them, okay, since P by into S and Q into R, if the product is same, then that is a equality of rational number. Okay, here what it's explaining. Okay, now I'll make you sure that how it's been told, how it's in equal. The first in the copy will take any two numbers, say 2 by 3 is equals to, and say any other rational number. So see, this is our number. Okay, so now what we have to do, we have to multiply 3 into 4 and 2 into 6. So we'll do here 2 into 6 is equals to 4 into 3. And what's the answer? 2 6 is equals to 12 and 4 3 is a 12. They are same. Okay, so this is only here told. Okay, now what it has been told, that is P by Q is equals to R by S. Okay, now here it's have only the explained how to do. Okay, what I have explained you, here it's in written, you can read it. Now after that, the last topic of today, that is addition of rational number. Here it has been told that in class 7 we have defined the operation of addition of rational number. The addition of rational number is carried out in the same way as that of addition of fraction, which we have learned in earlier classes. If two rational numbers are to be added, we first express each one of them as a rational number with a positive denominator. For the addition purpose, we divide the rational number into the following categories. Okay, so now what it has been told, first we'll understand about that. Then in class 7, that's when we were in the class 7, when we have read the book of class 7, then in that book it has been defined the operation of addition of rational number. Okay, then the addition of rational number, okay, then its operation has been defined there. It's not the operation of science. Okay, means that not the doctor's one operation, it's the mathematical operation. Okay, after that what it has been told, the addition of rational number is carried out in the same way. Okay, so like that only, the addition of rational number is also the same way as that we have learned about the addition of fraction, which had been learned in the earlier classes. It means that before, when we have learned about the addition of fraction, but that is the same as what we have learned the addition of rational number. Okay, now what's there, if two rational number are to be added, okay, we first express each of them as a rational number with positive denominator. Means that first we have to make sure that the denominators are positive, and then only we can add these rational numbers. For addition purpose, we divide the rational number into two following categories. Okay, there's one more point, that's we make sure that the denominator should be same, as well as they should be in the positive form. Okay, for the addition purpose, okay, we divide the rational number into two following categories. Okay, here the two following categories had been given. So now see what it has been given here. Rational number with same denominator. Okay, which are the same denominator, how to add that? So in order to add the two rational number with having the same denominator, we follow the following steps. Okay, what are the following steps? The following steps are: obtain the numerator is the step 1. Obtain the numerator of the two given rational number with their common denominator. Okay, then with there are two rational numbers. Okay, so on of that two rational number, what we have to do, we have to find which have the common denominator, we have to obtain that two numerator, okay, of that rational number. Then what the second step told, the second step says that add the numerator obtained in step 1. So the numerator which we have obtained in step 1 means that any numerator, say that there are two rational numbers, that is P by Q and R by Q. So here the numerators are different but the denominators are same, so we have to add that numerator. Then what we have to say in step 3, that write a rational number whose numerator is the sum obtained in step 2 and whose denominator is common denominator in the given rational number. So here it's a big sentence, so we'll make it So let us understand what has it been told in the step 3. So it has been told that a rational number whose numerator is the sum obtained in step 2. So write a rational number, means whatever rational number is there, write it, whose numerator, okay, the rational number whose numerator is the sum obtained, okay. So the numerator which we have obtained before, so its sum is, we have obtained the sum in the step 2, okay. So if the sum obtained in step 2, okay, the sum which has been obtained in step 2 and whose denominator is a common denominator of the given rational number, okay, the denominator is a common, okay. The step 1 also only we have found that the denominators are same, so write that denominator, okay, and the numerator whose sum was obtained in step 2, okay, the sum we have obtained because we have add the numerators, na, so we write that sum, what we have add the sum will write, and the denominator which was common, so like that we'll write here, okay. Then p plus, make sure that I'm not telling nicely because I don't know what's that, but whatever it's, okay, because we have understood we have make that the two rational number was p by q and r by q, okay. So what's there, since that when we'll add p by q, then it's not a number, it's an alphabet, so we'll make sure we'll write it as p plus r by q, that will be the answer, okay. And whatever the value of p, q and r, so we'll add p and r, and then the denominator will be q as usual. Now next, what it has been told that in the following form the above steps, if p by q and r by q are two rational numbers with the same denominator. So here right now I have understood, I will make you understand the same thing, okay. So now leave that, I have only what I have told, it's written here only. Now make sure that what's here more written. Here it has been written that the following I have told you, understand. So now be forward and think what it has been told later. The following example will illustrate the above producer of the addition of two rational numbers with the same denominator. Oh sorry, not producer, procedure, okay. So here it has been told that the following example will illustrate the above procedure for the addition of two rational numbers with the same denominator. So what the sum we have found out, that same it has been written here, that it has been told that p, what the value of p, q and r. So first in that value only, first we'll add p and r, and then we'll make that denominator q will be the same only, because denominator are same, so it becomes a common number. Only the denominator, if the numerator will p only, p and p, then it will be not be same, okay. If the denominator are same, then only it is common, but if the numerator are same, then it's not be common, okay. Now the whole exercise today I am not going to make you solve, okay, because it's too late. Tomorrow I'll make you solve these all examples, how to solve this. Today till now I'm only going to make you understand about how whatever the introduction was told you about in this chapter, okay. I'll make you complete, I have made you complete, and tomorrow I'm going to make you solve about these all examples, okay. The examples are also too much, so in 4 days I'm only going to complete it. After these examples we'll solve the exercise, okay. So bye friends, and please make sure that if you are new in my channel, then please like, and if you'll have any other problem and any question, then you can ask me in the comment box, and I'll really go and solve that question for you all, okay. So bye and have a nice day.